Do you have a problem with mold in your bathroom and it keeps coming back faster than you can clean it? Then come along with me and I'll explain why this happens and what you can do to fix this problem. Let's go. Hey guys, Musa here from Quantum Home Improvements and Solutions. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm with my friend Habibi Marcel.
How you doing?
So Marcel reached out to me a few months ago and was telling me that he has a continual mold problem. And so they clean the ceilings, but in a very short period of time, the mold would come back. And so there's a reason that happens, and it's three things. Okay, first of all, lack of ventilation. So ventilation in the bathroom is very, very important. So you need a good exhaust fan to take out all the moisture from the shower or the bath. The second thing is dust. So dust is actually food for mold and mildew. And so when you have moisture in the shower area or your bath, that actually then helps the mold to grow. So what you've got to do is clean the dust off your walls regularly. And the third thing is the paint. So the paint on your ceiling is quite important. If you were to have just normal ceiling paint, just a flat white, that's very hard to clean, and mold loves growing on flat white. So there is a special paint you can use for bathrooms. So in Marcel's case, they have an exhaust fan directly above the shower, which is not a good thing. And the exhaust fan has broken down because the steam goes directly into that motor. You want the steam to come offset from there, so it should be away from the shower area. Plus, he also has a tile roof, and the cement off the tiles is started to break away, and water was coming through into the roof over the shower area and onto the fan. So he had a double problem. So now Marcel has had the roof fixed. It's all cleaned up. It looks fantastic, and he's had it repointed. And when you do have a tile roof, you do need to repoint probably every 10 to 15 years or so. So the most important thing after removing all the dust to reduce the mold and to stop the mold is to actually have a cross ventilation. And so Marcel's window is north facing. So it is advised to have that window open regularly to dry out the room. And that's really important. So to fix this problem, we're going to take the exhaust fan out and we're going to relocate. We're going to change this IXL 2-in-1 Tastic to a 3-in-1. So this now will have an exhaust fan. And so the electrician's coming soon and we're going to get him to change that over for us. So I've asked Marcel to get another IXL Tastic because I've had personal experience at home in my powder room where we had a cheap exhaust fan and it lasted for just over 1 year. And so I went to exchange it and they said, no, it's past the warranty. So I went and got another one of the exact same brand thinking that that one was just a dud, and put it in, and exactly 1 year later, just after the warranty had passed, it failed on me. So then I learnt my lesson and I went and bought an IXL exhaust fan, and that exhaust fan has been in place now for 9 years and still working beautifully. It's a great product and they've got a great reputation. IXL is a really good company. So once we remove the fan, we're going to patch that hole up and then we're going to repaint the ceiling with a special Dulux mold inhibiting paint. So now we'll get into it and show you how to do it. So that exhaust is now out. Okay, so I'm standing on a step ladder. Be careful when you are on one. They're very dangerous and most accidents happen on step ladders. All right, so first we're gonna measure the hole, and that comes up to 247 millimeters. We'll just make another piece that's slightly smaller than that. Okay, so here we've got the plasterboard, which we'll repair the hole with. I'm just gonna put a screw through the ruler and measure out half of 247, just taking a little bit more off than that. And so I'll make it 121, and which is this measurement right there. Then I'll just rule a line following that around. There we go. So now I'll take that screw back out. So now I'm just going to cut this through. Just going to be careful not to touch the bath. And there we go. We've got our new circle. So first, what we need to do is put some timbers, which has also been pre-cut to size to sit, and I'm going to sit them basically in here like this. So I've got somewhere to screw to. Okay, so it's hitting something just here, so I'm going to put on a slight angle. Not a big deal. All right, so then I'll just screw these in. Okay, so I am using bugle head screws. put a little bit of stud adhesive on this. And so now we'll put this piece on and close this off. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'll just put some reinforced fiberglass tape over this. So we put 2 coats of this base cement, but the first coat is very light, just to start it off holding in place. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to now get Marcello to come and put the heat gun on that to dry it up quicker. Okay, so now I'll put the second base coat on. So this time we need to go a little bit wider just to cover that area, just to fan it out, and make sure you don't put too much on because we can put more on with the top coat. Okay, so that's looking good. Now I'll just put the top coat. Okay, so top coat is finished. Okay, so now we're going to sugar soap the ceiling, and we're going to use the original made by Sellies, which is a great product. So first we're going to scrub it on, and then we'll wipe it back off with water. And the mop we're going to use is Sabco, and that's a good product as well. And so when we finish that, we're going to use some painter's tape, and then tape just under the cornices in preparation for painting. Okay, so the top coat is now dry and we're going to sand it down. First, we're going to use a coarse paper and just give it a quick rub. And then we're going to use a fine paper just to take the scratches out. Now, you don't need to take too much off. It's very important to note that. So just sand it very lightly. Now, this is a pretty quick process I'm showing you on this video on how to patch up a plasterboard wall. Now, I will put a link below if you are interested of a full process that I did where I fixed up a wall for a friend of mine. Okay, so now we're ready for painting. Marcel, what do you think so far?
Oh, it's looking absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the hole patched up beautifully, didn't it?
Oh, wonderful.
You won't even see that hole when it's finished. And the electrician did a great job. He had to rerun the wire from the original exhaust fan and run it into the 3-in-1 Tastic, and it's now working beautifully. So if you do have any electrical work to be done around the house, please don't be tempted to do it yourself. Call a qualified electrician to come and do it for you. And for the cost saving, really, I mean, to lose your life just for a couple of dollars, it's not worth it. So if you are looking for an electrician in the Sydney region, I will put a link below for you. Okay, so the paint we're going to use today is Dulux Ceiling White Plus Kitchen and Bathroom. And so this has a mold inhibitor in it, and I've been using this product for years and it works really well. It's got a 10-year guarantee on it. So even if you have a severe mold problem, you can actually wash it off, and it washes off quite easily with this paint. Okay, so before we apply this paint, we need to put a sealer undercoat on top of the patch and let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to go around and paint the cornices in preparation for the roller. Okay, we're done. Marcel, what do you think of the old hole?
Sensational.
It looks,
Can't even notice it.
yeah, it's the paint really covers beautifully, and this paint is not a flat paint. It's easy to clean, easy to wash. So as I said before, I will put a link below of a video I've done before, how to repair plasterboard walls, and it's comprehensive. Okay, so now we'll just wait for the paint to fully dry, put the manhole cover back on, we'll take the sticky tape off and put the IXL Tastic cover back on. So as I said before, there's 3 things you need to do to avoid having mold or mildew in your bathroom. So it's to keep the dust off the walls or the ceilings, to have a good cross ventilation, make sure your fan works well and have it on all the time when you're using water in the bathroom, whether it's a shower or bath. And the 3rd thing is the paint. So if you don't want to remove the mold and mildew yourself, you can contact a hygienist, which can identify what the problem is in the bathroom or in the kitchen, laundry, or wherever in the house, and then they can actually remove it for you. And if you don't have time to do painting yourself, or if you don't think you're able to, I will put a link below for a painter as well. And so finally, I will put a link below of all the products I used today if you're looking for them. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you have any comments at all, please leave below and I will get back to you. And I'd ask you, please consider to subscribe, hit the like button and share this video, and there's many more to come. See you guys.
See you guys. Thanks, Musa.
I like these Tastics.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of them.
Yeah. Oh.
We did
You
already.
caught it.
Yeah.
He's sneaky.
And here,
Fantastic.
And now, what was that?
Fantastic.
Fan what?
Fantastic.
Okay, so now I've got my beautiful assistant holding the stud adhesive. Just put a little bit of stud adhesive on this. Vicky, can you call Marcel back, please?
Well, aren't I pretty?
Marcel, you're pretty. Okay, Marcel, the hole patched up beautifully. Look at that, you can hardly tell.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, what do you think?
Wonderful.
You know you need to eat less tabbouleh.
Is your wife pestering you about planting her favourite tree? Come along with me and I'll show you. Is your wife pestering you about planting her favourite tree? Come along with me and I'll show you how you can put a smile on her face. Let's go!